Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I'm going to decorate another two of the never-ending pile of Project Life cards. Yeah, I thought maybe today we would do a kind of manly theme to take us away from perhaps the butterflies and flowers and things, and it makes a little change. So I've got two men here. Two gentlemen. Let me just grab this other one from the Tim Holtz. Now, what are they called? Paper dolls, I think. So I thought we would use them as focal points, do a little bit of die cutting, a little bit of stamping, and build up a kind of collage onto these. Let me just put them back over there so that they're in the right place for me. So I've got this stamp set, Flora and Fauna, and it's called, it's not got a name. Oh, there it's there in tiny writing, Happy Bird Day. And I'm going to use the three birds from that. And I've got this Stampers Anonymous mini blueprints, CMS 150, and I'm going to use the padlock from that one. Let's just move them to the side. Yeah, Project Life cards. I've got these two dies, Tim Holtz Alterations dies. This one is Gadget Gears, and this one is Weathered Clock. So that's the two dies I'm going to use. I got these dies from the back of the cupboard. As you know, or some of you will know, I'm packing up to move house, and before all these older dies got put in a box, I thought, oh, I'm going to use them. Not use them for a long time. And yeah, so let's think. We'll use this one first. I think we'll decorate this side and leave that side for the journaling. I'll just put that one to the side for the moment. There we are. And for this, I'm just going to use pieces of scrap. I've kept out a little basket for myself of a variety of papers so that I can do some makes while my stuff is mainly packed up. So just picked out some paper from that, and I die cut the clock. So this is how the clock cuts. I want to find the 12. There's the 12 there. And I was sort of thinking of doing it a kind of off the page and maybe not putting the whole clock on. But I want him to stand. I want him to stand on the clock. So I want to keep enough of it, of the frame, so that his 2 feet, which actually by chance fit perfectly, and he's leaning up here and up here, so that's kind of makes sense. I've got the two hands of the clock. Oops, and I've just dropped one. There it is. So we'll put them in the middle somewhere, and I stamped, like I said, the three birds, stamped them on this piece of paper, and then fussy cut them out. And I'm just going to somewhere put them somewhere, but let me show you, because I know people like to see. I don't like to jump too many steps, so we will just stamp one of the birds just so that you can see what I actually did. So they just peel off. I'm conscious that some people know exactly what to do with stamps. I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black, even although I'm not colouring in. I still like to use my VersaFine. It stamps, it just stamps so well. And we just give it an even pressure. And if you find that the whole thing doesn't stamp well, some big stamps, maybe a bit of the stamp doesn't come through, you can stamp on using like a mouse mat underneath. Something soft to stamp on top of will give you a better impression if you find a bit of your image is missing, if you know what I mean. So I'm just leaving a tiny little border. I'm leaving a tiny border on this because there's little bits of this, like his legs and his feet, that if I didn't leave a border, I wouldn't be able to cut out those legs and those feet because they're just like little stick feet, stick legs, and so I just need to leave a border because of that. And then I'll just go up the middle. There we are. I was going to say up the middle between his legs, but that somehow sounds a wee bit rude. And I don't want my subscribers to leave en masse because I'm a wee bit rude. Or maybe that's me just thinking that's rude. Maybe you didn't think that was rude at all. Just trim his nails. There we are. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So that was how I did my birds. Bits of this paper had type kind of writing on it, and it shows through on some of the stamping, which is cool. I like that. So we don't need that anymore. We can put that to the side. Right, so that's how we're going to put it roughly, I think. Something like that, and we'll just trim that bit of clock off once we've stuck things down. Now the thing is, do I want to add a little bit of washi before we start sticking things down? And this washi actually has little birds on it, and I think I do want a little bit on this. So let's just move everything off and think, do we want it along the bottom? I think maybe we do. I'm just going to take that bit off. Normally, or not normally, but quite often, I would split the washi to make it narrow, but I want to see the birds on this one. Maybe put another little bit up there, and maybe this time I will split it just to balance. Yeah, we've got this. No, put that over there. Right, so now we can put on the clock as the first layer. And we'll just make sure because I want it slightly to the side there. So about there. Okay, I'll get our gluey book and my glue stick, and we will try just to dab without getting too much glue, but enough to hold it in place, because I don't want it all. When you've got a thing that's cut out and you go like this, all the glue gathers in crevices and the bits that are cut out, and so I'm trying to avoid that. I think I did that. Okay, just move that to there, and put this slightly to the side there. Yeah, grand. Okay, so what time will we have? Somewhere over that direction, because he's going to be standing here. We'll have one, maybe a bit like that. That'll do. And again, just a little gentle dab. So thank you for the comments on my moving video. I think some folks were quite interested to see the progress, because I've been talking about this move for what seems like forever, and now it's like, what, 3 weeks away or something. So yeah, maybe I need something in the centre there. You know, in that wee hole. We'll see. Right, I'll leave my glue out because I want to put my little birds on now. So yeah, so thank you. It was, you know, I think we'll stick our fella on next, and then we'll do the birds. Yes, it was nice to get some positive reaction to the packing. You never quite know if people are interested in, you know, seeing other parts of your life, or whether people are just here for the makes, which I totally get, because that's what it's all about, this channel. But for me, I watch other channels and I do like a glimpse into the person's life and what's happening along with their makes. I think it's nice to see. Oh, we're about there. And I don't mind that he's sticking up there. I've got a little bit of glue on the back of his head, and I'm sure that will be uncomfortable for him. There we are. Right, so let's get these birds, because the birds will definitely be on a clock, I think. Do we want, now maybe the bird will cover that. Yeah, maybe. Because that one's standing on the clock there. We'll have that one there. And I've got a little piece, one of these little labels. I thought, should it have been underneath there? Yeah, we'll put it underneath for the little bird to stand on. Yeah. So yeah, so thank you for watching that. I will give little updates as we go along, maybe another couple along the way. See how we get on. The desk arrived yesterday. It's my new desk, so that's quite exciting. So this huge big white IKEA desk, well, I haven't stuck them on, will be going. I think I mentioned that in the moving video. Oh, I didn't use my book. So the new desk, which is smaller than this one, but that's fine. I have far too much bits and bobs on the desk anyway. And my big shot sits on the desk up the other end. And although it gets used, it doesn't get used a huge amount, and I think it could probably sit on the other unit. Put this one here. So maybe he feeds the birds, maybe, and that's why he's the clock keeper and he feeds the birds. Yeah, I'm liking that. Although I've totally covered up the other hand. Let's move time on because it's not quite stuck yet. Yeah, moved it on. And we'll stick that back down. I suppose that's the good thing about the glue stick. You get a couple of minutes, that's better. You get a couple of minutes to move things about. Makes your fingers sticky, but anyway. Right, now we need something. Maybe a wee word here. Let's see, this is what takes me so long to pick, because I look at things and let's trust your crazy ideas. I might go for this. Sometimes these need a little bit of help. There. Yeah, happy with that. What do you think? Okay, let's do a second one. I'll leave that one there. And for another one, I have, oops, that's the glue over. Another Project Life card, and I think we'll do this one this way round. So we've got a long one and an up and down one, for want of a better way of describing it. So this time I'm going to use the gears. Again, just cut from bit of scrap. Somewhere like that maybe. And we've got this guy who looks like he's got a wee, oh, there's a wee bit that comes out. A wee twinkle in his eye, I think. I think he's like, look at me, I'm pretty smart in my bowler hat. Sitting on the gear. All the gears, no idea. Maybe something like that. Right, and I've got my padlocks, which were stamped, I showed you. So the same again, stamped with VersaFine and cut out. And I think I'm just going to do maybe a kind of it seems a bit random, but in the same hand it doesn't. If you know what I mean, gears and padlocks goes together, doesn't it? Until I move myself up in the chair a wee bit, I was sliding off. Right, so what else have I got for this one? I've got these two little labels as well. March the 1st, 1890. These are from a little Tim Holtz packet too. Of, I don't know what they were called, maybe labels. I can't remember. I'm a terrible one. I throw away packaging because I like things to be out in dishes and things so that I'll use them. So I keep these in this little dish, and because if they were away in the packet, in a cube, in a box, they would be gone from sight and never to be seen again. So we have to keep things out. I'm not sure I like that the same side. Maybe somewhere there. Or maybe, maybe up there. Yeah, maybe up there like that. So I think I'm happy with that. Okay, so we'll get this one down first. So last night we were chatting about today's plan. I'm like, right, I want to do a video and then I was like, and what might the plan be for the desk? This is to hubby. How are we going to tackle this? He's like, so that's your way of asking me to put the desk up tomorrow. Like, oh, well, that would be good. That, you know, that would be, that would move me on, because if I get the desk out of here, because the other one's just a freestanding desk, it doesn't attach to the cubes. I said, so that would help us, because then I could get the cubes out, the empty cubes that I showed you in the video. I said, that could mean that they can go to the garage ready for uplift. So, and that would get us all on a stage. Right, so agreement was made that the desk would be built today, but now after this video I have to empty the top of the desk totally, obviously. So I need to think, because the things that are on the desk, right, so I wanted this maybe underneath. Let's put these two on first. Things that are on the desk are things that I use all the time, you know, like this is like the scissors and I've got my twirly gadget holder thing with all my pens and glue stick and scissors and everything that you need all the time. So it'll all need to be cleared off. And right, let me glue the other one at the same time. And then just set aside, and then we can get the new desk up, and then I can put those bits back on it. At one point, probably the week before, I'm going to have to end up packing pretty much everything and just stop doing the making videos and maybe just do a kind of final on the move video, because I can't leave it too last minute. I would be this way. I would be too stressed if I left everything, if I left things to the end. That's for sure. Now, do we want that in the top and then that underneath? Yeah. So, yeah, so that's the plan. Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll cut off these little strip. Oh, we're not cut. We're not glued him down. Oh no. Right, well, let's cut off the gears. Actually, that's better anyway, because I think there was a bit of him overlapping. Yes, his elbow sticks out a bit. Do we want them up higher on that bit rather than that bit? Let's see. So there's that, and there's, I don't know, he looks, although he is sitting on them, it just looks like too much mid-air, doesn't it? I think he needs to be lower. We've got a little bit of glue there. There. Now, we haven't put washi on him, but I've got this little bit from the other one. Perfect. And do we need words? Let's see if we want to put words on him. Now there's something that would have been good for that one, live in the moment, just because it's clocks and moments. What about just about be original? See, I told you this is the hardest bit. Oh, I don't know. Attitude is everything. No, I don't like that. I think we'll just do live in the moment in this. Or be original. Let's do be original. Right. I think down here. Yep. Okay, so that's us done with kind of limited supplies. Let's get our journal out and find a nice spot. For now, maybe the envelope. There's an envelope there. No, that's got something in it. Maybe the one we did last week. We could put one in there. I've already got the letter in there that was there, but he could go in there because he sort of looks like a doctor professor, doesn't he? Maybe it needs a little tag or something, but I don't have, they're all packed away. Maybe it needs a little tag. The paper tags have been put away, my punches are away, but I could put a wee fabric tab on it that just sticks out there. Yeah, let's look and see. So I've still got my box of bits of fabric, and let's see what would be good sticking out of this envelope. Maybe something red or blue or both. If I could find some red or blue that matches just a little bit to use as a tag. Or some grey. Oh, here's a little bit of something that's been stamped. Perfect. Right. Now, how are we going to attach this on? Will we just staple it on? I think we will. Reach for the stapler. And let's see, do we want the two bits on this side, or do we want it folded over like that? I hope there's staples in here. Excellent. Right. Yeah, and that is actually a good finishing touch. I'm liking that. I'm glad we thought of that. And now it just pops out, which is good. Kind of blends in with the other fabric tabs, and we know that we can pull that out now. There. Excellent. Okay, so that's me. I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.